Hello and welcome to the Arizona Cactus Football League. As tonight, it's our Game 5 game of the week as the Arizona Canes are down here at Kino Sports Complex visiting the Tucson Thunder. And today I'm joined by my co-host, Jesse Burke.
Thank you, Lucas. Yes, here at Kino Sports Complex in Tucson, Arizona. Traditionally here in Phoenix for the Legacy Sports Complex, but Tucson Thunder, home team, home game, and have us traveling down to just that, the Kino Sports Complex. But yes, excited, as you were saying, that this is week 5 of the Arizona Cactus Football League, sponsored to you by Cactus Fueled Drink, refueling tomorrow's athlete, keeping the athletes hydrated without all that sugar. But as you were saying, man, super excited for tonight's game as we have the Arizona Canes who are undefeated against the Tucson Thunder, who have yet to find a victory this year.
Correct. And Tucson getting an extra week of rest, almost like a bye, as last week their game was rained out. And so, coming off the bye, they have a tall task here because the Arizona Canes have been on fire.
They have, obviously hosting last week's game of the week, coming down to the wire, winning last-minute fashion, which was very impressive. And then also the 2 shutouts on the season, showing that their defense is extremely stout and not to be messed around with. So excited to see them get it underway tonight and continue to show why they're a new face, but, you know, well-known already in the league. And then as for the Thunder, obviously trying to get their foot in the ground and see, you know, the first shine of light. However, the beauty of football, every team and every game starts 0-0.
For sure. And now we're going to turn it over to the public address announcer as the national anthem will be very shortly. Today, the Arizona Color Guard providing the flag coverage.
Rise for our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Mika.
Beautiful rendition by Mika, local artist in the Arizona music industry realm arena.
Yes, great ceremony.
But super excited to get this game underway. As we got done earlier saying, Arizona Canes undefeated versus the Tucson Thunder, home team, home game, but looking to get themselves in the win column tonight. And hey, why not start tonight?
Absolutely.
Obviously, they got a full stacked team led by number 7 quarterback Dayron Billups. However, it looks like we'll get a first taste of their defense as they're set to kick off, giving the Canes the start with the ball this evening. Short evening, I'd say.
Yes, yes. Hour earlier than our normal game time this week down here in Tucson.
Yeah, I wanted to keep it traditional. You know, they kick off at 6 p.m. We're in their house. Why not play by their rules? And kick is underway by number 50. I'm sorry, 50 on the
Dominic Hall.
Dominic Hall. Nice.
And a nice return here to the right side. He might have an opening and finally wrestled down at about the 32-yard line.
Kevin Gadoo, good on him with a nice return, bringing it down to around the 40-yard line, where Arturo Macias will start. Obviously, Arturo Macias getting the starting bid tonight. Traditionally, the backup quarterback. However, with some new faces playing tonight, Arturo is going to continue to lead his team to victory as he did last week, coming in with almost 168 yards and 3 touchdowns on the season. So excited to see, you know, him continue to pick up where the ball was left off by KP.
Correct. And, you know, no interceptions and a 2/3 completion percentage, completing 10 of his 15 attempts on the season.
So with that being said, he will start right around actually the 30-yard line.
Shotgun formation. A throw out to the right side, and that one is not hauled in as Joseph Parker Jr. could not make the grab there. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Little outside of his reach. Obviously put a hand out there to try and get a finger on there. Very valiant, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Indeed. Got a chance to speak to Coach Fish of the Canes this week, and he says he's not losing any faith in his offense, and just because there's a new face there doesn't mean that their rhythm or their tempo are going to go away. They just need to settle in with the new guy. And here's a run up the middle, eaten completely by the Canes interior line, or the Thunder interior line.
Kenny Mitchell trying to get the gears turning early. Obviously, for those familiar, they feel like Kenny Mitchell was a little underused last year. Great to see he's the starting back and getting fed regularly here for the Canes. So not too much on the ground right there, but they're getting them in the mix early.
Absolutely. Mixing it up, balancing the diet between run and pass. And it's going to be 3rd and 10 here. A crucial early 3rd down for the Canes. Roll out to the right, and a strike complete. He found his man down the right sideline, and his original target, Joseph Parker Jr., is able to come up with that one.
Yeah, so, you know, came up with kind of turned things around where first couldn't get it, and now he did, and now look at them. 1st down, and they're getting early. And like you were saying, nice little, you know, balance between run and pass, keeping the defense on their toes, and now fresh set of downs for the Canes.
Absolutely. Very important. They didn't go 3 and out there. Keep that very, very good defense rested as much as they can as the Canes continue to come out in the shotgun formation. And another give up the middle, just swallowed again by the Thunder, not allowing them to run the ball early here.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny Mitchell, the intent was there, but not the not the stats. So 2nd down now for the Canes, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Thunder up front, obviously on the run defense side of things.
Yeah, Thunder are getting a really good push, making them lose 2 yards there. It's going to be 2nd and 12. But that 4-man front working very, very hard to make sure this Canes offense doesn't go very far. Another run up the middle, this time better blocking, and he's got some room, lowers his shoulder, and he's taken down about a yard or 2 short of the line to gain. No? The referee?
Looks like they're going to give it
close.
to him.
Oh, they're going to give it to him.
Generous spot. Obviously, Kenny did a little bit of a somersault towards the end. Hard to see where the ball landed exactly, but they gave enough to get the 1st down, and the chains are moving. And 1st down again in Thunder territory. Here come the Canes.
Good physical run. Saw the guards moving on that one, creating space for him that time. First and 10 from the 45 of the Thunder. Another handoff up the middle. But like the first couple tries, the D-line is on it.
Yeah, Mitchell getting in the mix. Probably his 4th carry or so already. So good to show on the Canes that they're, you know, staying steady on the run, but the Thunder are not, you know, falling for it, except for that one little gash that got them the 1st down. I feel like they're staying somewhat contained, even though they're slowly chipping away.
Not yielding here. They are working very, very hard to keep this Canes offense from moving. You have trips to the top of your screen here, and he's in the shotgun. He's going to fire up. He's got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Arizona Canes.
And that's Zoe Simpson spoke to Brandon Schilling on Intel this week. He was talking about one of the best receivers in the league and overlooked Orlando Simpson, and just there making the defense look like they are not in his league as he blew past them for the 6. Canes up early in this game.
Yeah, very nice route. Somehow got the DBs to break the Cardinals' sin of being a defensive back and not letting anyone behind you. He slipped by everyone, and the Canes up early after that heave.
By Arturo. Great pass as well. I mean, another thing is from our vision, it looked like he was straddling the sideline, gave him enough real estate to get both feet in, and then obviously took his way to the rest of the crib, and we got ourselves an early score with extra point underway.
Absolutely, and it seems like Coach Fisher was right, not wavering any confidence with his new guy, and he throws an absolute strike for the early lead. Extra points good?
Yep, extra points good. So 7-0 early for the Canes, and kind of like we were speaking on, they kind of were run, fool the defense, pass, boom, 6, and now 7.
And that one going right over the top right there.
So add another touchdown for Arturo, making that 4 for the season, and by all means, Simpson is feeling himself early, and the Canes are at home here on the road.
Yeah, Canes making themselves comfortable early with that lead. And we're going to get a first exciting look at the Tucson Thunder offense after having 2 weeks off.
Yeah, I wonder what the recovery process is like. I mean, I can only imagine recovering from a football game after 1 week has to be tough. But then, to be able to get that extra weekend to relax, I imagine, the excitement, the jitters are not there because you don't get to play. But I imagine, the rest is definitely valued.
Right. The rest and recovery, always good. Football, taxing sport. As the Canes getting ready to kick this one away.
So I believe they have back to receive number 27 on the Thunder. That is Angelo Martin.
And 14 on the Canes, Luke Truty, and he'll boot that one away.
Looks like Javal Calmises comes up with the and he gets it down around the 35. So good ball placement for the Thunder as there's some extracurriculars on the field. And I would say number 24 is not to be messed with on the Canes, as he's a well-known hothead on and off the field, but also a teddy bear at heart. Shouts to you, Haas.
Yeah, so they'll mark him at about the 36, and that's where the Thunder offense is going to get started. This offense hasn't put up a lot of points over the season, but looking to change that here against a very, very good Canes team.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's the stronger teams in the league, the bottom tier teams, but we're all within the same league, right? So you're just as good as your weakest link. So the Thunder, got to find a way to not only find their way to win, but, hang with these other teams. And it starts by, getting back on the scoreboard after this early score by the Canes.
Darren Billups motions the man, but hands it up the middle to the halfback, Jason Parrish.
And similar to Mitchell's first run, just kind of swallowed up early in that 1 yard gain, if that.
Yeah, about a yard. Mark them at the 37. 2 stout defenses led by their front 7. The defensive line of both squads going hard right now. But when I talked to Coach Fish earlier, he really likes his linebackers.
Yeah, I mean, Fish likes everybody on his team, but definitely gets passionate about his guys when he wants to, speak on their recent performances and stuff. But Fish, being a football head his whole life, he's got plenty of things to say for all of his guys. Good and bad, but mostly good.
Agreed. And here comes Billups again. He will hand it off once more. And a similar result. This time maybe he'll get 2.
Yeah, and Canes not budging on defense, and the run game so far has been rather shallow.
Right. Neither team wanted to give up an inch on the ground.
I want to see Duran air this thing out, man. Obviously, we know Arturo can.
Right. And it looks like a timeout on the field.
So
it
there
looks
might
like
be an injured player, or is there a timeout taken?
I think it might be an injured Thunder player. as he's down on one knee.
So take this time to remind you guys, we have a couple proud sponsors of the AZCFL. Cactus Media X is the AZCFL's official network, podcast, media marketing, live stream, and everything media related. CMX produces all Cactus Football League programs, weekly games of the week. Find them on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And then Sozo Therapy, also a proud sponsor. Best physical therapy recovery in the Valley, AZCFL's official post-game recovery. So we were talking about getting the rest in and these guys recovering. So
Right.
Sozo's the spot, right?
Sozo is very helpful. And do you know what that word sozo means?
No, but I believe you could tell me.
Yeah. Sozo means to save, to heal, and to preserve from harm. Their goal as a team is to show compassion to everyone they serve. And they focus on hands-on care with massages, manipulation, and mobilizations. So thank you to Sozo, but with that, we're going to get back to the action here. 3rd and 5, still no passes from the Thunder yet. Started out with 2 runs. Let's see what they choose here for 3rd down. And he'll take the snap. He throws.
It looks to have tipped at the line by 65 of the Canes.
Intended for Angelo Martin there, but the pass fell short. It was a good curl route, good idea. Plenty of yardage to get the 1st down, but football just didn't get there.
Yeah, Clayton Monks on the Canes got his hand up and put a pull on the ball and got enough energy or got enough force on it to redirect it, incomplete. And now we're looking at a 3rd and long.
4th and 5.
4th and 5, so 4th and even longer. So it looks like the punting unit's going to be out now. And let's see who the Thunder got back there. That looks to be number 50.
Dominic Hall.
Yeah, the kicker. Yep, kicker punter. So good foot. My man kicks and punts.
Barring a fake here, that will be an early 3 and out for Tucson. And he boots it away. A low kick, but this one gets a nice bounce for the Thunder.
Going to take a Thunder bounce.
And he'll get it.
27 kind of touched it too early. He should have waited. It could have trickled almost down to the 1 if he let it go, but
right, little surprising he didn't let it go a little more. But
I imagine see ball, get ball, that translates at any
Right.
time of the field.
right, natural instinct.
Yeah, hey, he still did his job.
Yeah.
Not as good as he could have, but he did his job.
Nonetheless, the special teams unit of the Thunder proving to do their job, pinning the Canes inside the 20.
Yeah, on exactly the 19-yard line. So good on them regardless, And the Canes now with the early lead, and now they got the ball back. So
Ready to get back to work, not wavering from that shotgun formation. Split receivers and one back, puts a man in motion, trips to the top of your screen, and it's a pass. He steps up in the pocket, evades some defenders, and strikes complete.
number 4, Phil Ross, Arizona Caniac, if you will. My man gets up there, got multiple touchdowns on the lead in the season. I don't know if you saw his week 1 highlights, but it looked like he was taking an elevator in the sky to make his catches as he was over defenders left to right. And, well-known member in the AZCFL, former Stampede, former Lion, former Outlaw, and now rocking the Canes.
Right. Great receiver, great play. That'll get him 7 yards, maybe 8. Make it 2nd and 2. This time they'll go to the ground, and he's got some room this time. Finally out and tackled down around the 41-yard line.
Greg Dotstreet, number 22.
Yeah.
In the mix, new running back in the mix. So good on the Canes for keeping them confused, keeping them on their toes, and, not being predictable, so to speak.
Coach Fish told me earlier this week that he has a quote-unquote stable of running backs that he likes to go to for these games, as their running backs putting in all they can right now. 1st and 10 from around the 40-yard line, trips to the bottom of your screen. Once again, sending a man in motion. And it's another handoff up the middle. Dotstreet again, but he's taken down immediately.
Nice tackle by number 94.
Quishon Looster-Smith.
Letting himself be known that, you come to my side of town, and we're going to meet, as he met him early in the gap.
Gain of maybe a yard. And 2nd and 9. 2nd and 10-ish coming up. A trips bunch to the top of your screen. And Arthur Massis in the shotgun. Another handoff.
Daughtry again.
This one with a little bit more room, but still not a whole lot.
Nice tackle by Eric Macklin. Got him up high, made sure the momentum did not continue, and now the Canes are looking at a 3rd and 5 almost.
Up 3rd and 5.
So most pressure I'd say the Canes have faced so far in this game. Early on, though, it's still only the first quarter, about 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go here at Kino Sports Complex, Tucson, Arizona.
Yes, critical 3rd and 5. Tucson stops them here. They get a chance to tie this game up possibly, but the Canes can keep this rolling and maybe tire out the Thunder defense early.
Yeah, I mean, so far they're, like you said, keeping them on their toes. Run, pass, and let's see what they got here. So Charo looks back.
Fires another laser, but that one over the head of everyone.
Charo threw that ball almost back to Phoenix, man. He overlooked everybody by at least 10 yards.
Showing off the arm strength there, but unfortunately, or fortunately, falls into the arms of no one.
Right, depends on who you ask. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, 4th down now, like you were saying, Luke. Good on the Thunder to get this ball back and contain what is only a 1-score, deficit so far.
1-score game, making sure they don't have these long drives, get the defense off the field, all those good things.
And, I mean, Billups was able to get the ball out, a couple times and just incomplete, but, definitely showed some signs of, dim light, but he's getting there.
I like what I see so far. He's got a good ability to escape the pocket and make sure the throw gets off.
Yeah, and let's see now. Good high
This
kick.
one booted pretty far, yep.
And as the Canes listen to us, they waited to take and down the ball. That's number 32 on the Canes. Good patience on Perry Morrow to wait as it is down to exactly at the 15-yard line. So great special teams so far early in this game.
I was going to say, maybe contrary to the other weeks or extraordinary special teams in another way, I don't know about you, but the last couple of weeks, I have been seeing some pretty crazy special teams plays, especially on the point after. A lot of point afters have been taken back for 2 this year.
Yeah, there has been returns on the point afters. I've seen some, kick returns for touchdown, punt returns for touchdowns. Obviously special teams is overlooked when you factor all 3 sides of football, but you live and die by special teams, especially if you ask some of the AZCFL old heads. My guy, JR Warner, he'll let you know special teams is just that, special.
Absolutely. Both coaches instilling the special teams early. Both of the special units looking sharp as Thunder ball 1st and 10 from their own 15. In the shotgun, a screen pass complete
Nice
to
tackle by
Javal Palmesi. And he'll get a couple yards, maybe 1. It's about 2nd and 10 still, as he shoved out of bounds right about at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, T.J. Downs brought him down early after the catch. So the Canes secondary, their defense, it's just there's not a player that doesn't shine on that squad, led by Coach Rob. Their defensive coordination is second to none here in the league.
Absolutely. All 11 guys flying to the ball every time. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it shows in their buy-in process, too, and how they're committed to this team.
Absolutely. As 2nd and 10, that handoff up the middle is once again going nowhere.
Jason Parrish.
With no real estate right there.
He perished early, if you will. Now early 3rd down. Third down now for the Thunder, and they're going in the opposite direction. So definitely not as detailed as their first drive as they were moving in the proper direction. But this time around, hey, we're still early in this game as we're getting to the expiration date of the first quarter. But let's see how many plays the Thunder can get off till then.
Thunder's running, it appears, trips. Yep. Darren Billups confirming with his receiver. Let's see what he can do on 3rd and long. See if he can keep this drive alive. Oh, the snap's over his head. It's in the end zone. And he's just going to fall on it somewhere in the back of the end zone.
That's going to be a safety.
And it's ruled the safety.
2 points for the Canes. And I couldn't have eyes on it specifically, but it did look like he possibly threw it out of bounds, threw it behind him, which is an
Yeah.
illegal move.
It's a flag,
If that's the case,
but you'd rather take that flag and 2 points than a free touchdown.
correct. But sometimes I think they would, yeah, I mean, I guess they can't give them the touchdown, but yeah, it's going to be the flag, it's going to be the 2 points, and then I think they'll just add it to the kickoff,
Right.
the free kick, they call it.
Or yeah, it's the smart play.
Well, folks, lightning struck on that sixth play on
So
offense.
2 points now for the Canes, so the score is 9-0.
9-0.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter now. AZCFL Game of the Week. Arizona Canes, Tucson Thunder. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Be back in a moment.
And we're back here. AZCFL Game of the Week. Jesse Burke, Lucas Metzner.
Yes.
Tucson Thunder, Arizona Canes. Early score 9-0.
Fun one. Fun
Yeah.
one so far.
Fun one. We got some special teams. We got some safety, some trickery in the back of the end zone. And all in all, early game.
Yeah, some defensive linemen on both ends absolutely putting in work right now. And correction, I know we cut to quarter break, but it looks like the referees are going to add a little bit of time back onto
Wow.
the clock for the first quarter.
Welcome back to the first quarter,
Welcome
guys.
back to the first quarter, indeed. And that punt's away. Pretty solid punt.
As Tremaine Smith is going to catch this and
He's
run
got
his
a
way
burst
back.
of speed.
And he's got a lane, and he tripped
Ooh.
over himself, I think. There had to be a divot in the field, but True Smith, brother of Timmy Smith, one of my guests on Incel, thought it was very impressive that brothers not only, hang out and, have the same interests, but to play on the same football team, I think is very significant.
Pretty cool moment right there.
Yeah, so shouts to the Smiths on that one.
Be sharing that with your brother, but a good return on the safety return nonetheless, as the Canes are going to start this one out in plus territory.
In Thunder territory.
Yeah, at the Thunder 49, it looks like.
Yeah, right at the 49. So Arturo Macias will be under center. I know someone in the comments saying we were not pronouncing his name right. I've talked to him plenty of times. He has no problem with the way we pronounce his name. Arturo Macias. Usually by Art. So.
Folks, in that first quarter, the Canes
And
scored possession.
that will be the end of the first quarter for real now.
So now that was dress rehearsal. This is the end of the first quarter. And I think we will leave it here as we just took a break.
Up to the right and out.
And welcome back. And that first play is a solid run right there.
Kenny Mitchell let his defender know, I'm here. That yardage is mine, and I'll earn it. And put his shoulder down, big boyed his way to almost the 40-yard line. Or no, 30, yeah, right around the 42.
Seeing a run right there that went more than 2 yards.
Yeah. Like I said, hey, slow gains, but we're getting there.
Definitely a long game. Definitely a war of attrition in a football game.
Single wide right, single setback.
And the Thunder pretty far up in the box. Canes will go shotgun trips. It's a pass. He steps back, evades pressure, rolls out to the right, steps, and he'll just get rid of that one out of bounds
So
as there was no one.
Yeah, a lot of pressure in the face of Arturo. Number 5, Caleb Brown, was not letting down and made Arturo just throw the ball wherever he could. Luckily, there had to be some player in the vicinity, and he was out of the pocket. So no intentional grounding there, but good on Art to, go down to his very last option and not take a sack, but good on the defense to get that pressure in his face.
Definitely a smart play. Yeah, Art has been showing his ability to evade rushers very effectively. He has not taken a sack all game. 3rd and 5 here. Bunch trips up to the top of your screen. And a pistol hike and a fake. He's running. There's a flag on the play.
This may be coming back.
But as it currently stands, good job by Arturo Macias to scramble out of the pocket and get the first down with his legs.
And that is something that Coach Rob did say. Even though he's a big guy, he won't be afraid to call his own number and put a cleat in the ground and, run for it. But with that being said, it looks like it's coming back as there was a flag thrown. So let's see what the call is, but they are moving backwards. So
yep, holding as
on,
suspected.
Yep, as they're going backwards now. So the Thunder will take it as, penalties, sideline, whatever they need help with, they'll take it to get the Canes moving backwards.
Absolutely. So 3rd and long, most likely going to the air here. Let's see what the Canes have up their sleeve to try and keep this drive alive.
But yeah, Arturo Macias. There you go. I think the H is silent. Arturo. Go on, Art.
Art steps back to throw.
He wants to let this thing fly.
And he finds his man wide open at the sticks.
That's for Phil Ross, a.k.a. Air Force, coming down, finding his quarterback connection. If you tapped into Phil in social media throughout the offseason, him and KP were finding that connection. But it's cool to see that even with KP not in there, he has that connection with Art. And looks like they're not, missing a step as there's a player down for the Thunder. Looks to be number 35, Lenny Jones. Looks like he's got a cramp or something.
Well, it's just a reminder to fans and players autograph.
Down on a knee, yeah. That last play, that was special. A very smart play by Art. I thought he was about to launch it. He held himself up, finds his receiver right underneath the sticks. He gets it to him, and some nice yards after catch there will set them up nicely around the 25.
As 35 is getting help walking off. Looks like he's limping. So
that's Lenny Jones. Hope he's okay.
Yeah, hopefully he's all right. Get some hydration in. Maybe he needs some cactus fuel, which is rehydrating the athlete of tomorrow.
Absolutely.
One of Arizona Cactus Football League's proud sponsor, Cactus Media X, as well. The official drink, Obviously water's up there too, but cactus fuel. It's all the, rehydration and energy without the sugar. So let's see now.
Exactly what you need for this type of ball game.
Yeah, especially in Arizona, it's dry, man. So people cramp up quickly. I get it. So
1st and 10 for the Canes for about 25. Art sends a man in motion and a read option, it looks like, or a design keeper as Art calls his own number. The ball's out.
And that was an impressive strip by number, but they may have ruled him down.
They might have ruled him down. We shall see what the official call is.
Looks like number 34 came, or 44 was on the attempt. That was Seth Case, who was trying to make a case for the fact that the ball came out earlier than it hit the ground.
Great ball hawking instincts to get the ball free, but ultimately ruled down. So no change of possession here as the Canes keep rolling this drive. 1st and 10 from about the 14.
So they're knocking on the Thunder door early in this, early in this second quarter.
Shotgun formation once again. Art takes the snap, fakes the give, facing pressure, and he just gets it off before getting sacked.
94 on the Thunder. Let them know that, hey, we got all game, and that's Quayshawn Luster-Smith.
Been all over it.
Was not lackluster there, letting himself know that he could play this game just like everybody else. So first, it should be a 2nd down now.
Luster-Smith has been holding that line together, it looks like. He's been in on a number of plays this game. And we're not even at halftime yet. He is flying to the ball. I love what I'm seeing from him so far. 2nd and 10. Art hands it off. And like most this game, this run's going nowhere. This time taken down by the owner, Frederick Camarena.
Yeah. Freddie Camarena, longtime semi-pro vet, 17 years, played for teams like the Demons, played throughout his league, Tucson leagues, met his lovely wife, co-owner Vanessa, while they were in the Tucson leagues. So great family, formation for the Thunder. So.
For sure. Great player and a great owner. Wants to keep football in Tucson alive. Very respectable.
They eat, breathe, and think football, they say.
And right to the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown, Canes. What a play.
Mama, there goes that man, Zoe, with the second touchdown of the evening. And by all means, my guest on Intel was talking about Zoe is going to have his chance to shine and let it be known that he's one of the best receivers in the league. And by all means, 2 touchdowns in this first half, by all means, defining one of the best receivers in the league statistically.
Macias, he's having not a lot of issues early. He looks pretty in sync with his guys. I think Coach Fish was onto something.
Art is a starting quarterback throughout his years in the CFL, right? So the fact that they just have a stacked, arsenal of guys, it's just not everybody can eat at once, So by all means, he's getting his chance and he's stepping up. And I bet you other teams have their eyes on number 7 because in the AZCFL, everybody's a free agent, right?
Yeah.
So let's see who he's impressing besides us tonight.
Exactly. Might be drawing some eyes from some other squads not with us today.
Every week is a tryout, so to speak.
And they're going to go for 2 here. Arcio fires.
And that's going to be Big Hoss, Ecto Cooler. Green drip all the way, and good on him, man. Talking about how he's now turned up to the offensive side of things. Well-known linebacker throughout his career in the AZCFL, but Big Daddy Hoss coming down with the extra 2-point conversion. Green drip all the way, and he is going to make it known that those 2 points were very much earned. So good on you, Haas. Good on you, Canes. And we got ourselves a crooked score early in this game.
Yes, 17-0. That 2 points crucial. They really counted, and Hoskins made a valiant effort for good reason because with that, that'll put the Canes up not 2, but 3 possessions early on.
Yeah, early. And plenty of time in this first half, but the Thunder got to figure something out as the Canes are showing why they're one of the best teams in the league on all sides of the ball, including special teams. And even with new faces like Huss coming down with a 2-point conversion. So good on them.
Very well-rounded Canes squad looking sharp and disciplined early. They're set to kick it away back to the Thunder. Returned, and he is charging out to the left side and breaks it 1 tackle, gets tackled down around the 31-yard line.
Angelo Martin, 27. So, hey, some good special team signs from the Thunder. It's just that the Canes are kind of outshining them.
Yeah, Canes just absolutely playing whistle to whistle, flying around the ball, very stifling the Thunder early. But let's see, you get 1 drive going, you put together a nice drive, you find yourself in the end zone, and you're right back in it.
Yeah, I mean, like you were saying, the Thunder have had an extra week to think about this game, recover, get their mind right on top of their bodies, and not it working in their favor yet, but as we like to say, there's plenty of football left.
Indeed. Thunder hailing again, shotgun formation. Deron Billups, the running back to his left, gets the snap and hands it off early with nowhere to run.
It's going to be a flag.
There's
thrown.
A flag.
Could have been a horse collar or
a face mask.
He did tackle up high. Yeah, it could be a face mask. Number 44 of the Canes came down with it.
Dominic Brooks, regardless if that was a flag or not, he was highly regarded by Fisher. Yup, face mask. And, hey, the Thunder will take that. That'll give them 15 yards.
They keep, some of their best yardage gains have been from the penalties. So capitalize on the advantages that the other team is giving for you.
Absolutely. This is a much more favorable field position. Hailing at about the 46 of their own, 1st and 10. Billups once again working out of the shotgun.
Seems he has not lost his cool yet. Seems confident in warm-ups. He was,
Cool, calm, and collected.
Exactly. But right then and there, he's flustered. But it gets it off, and it is incomplete. Intended receiver was 27, Angelo Martin. Hit him right in the chest, and I know the golden rule: if it hits your hands,
Gotta catch it.
gotta catch it. So, hit his chest, part of the body, right? You gotta catch it, right?
Credit to Darren Billups right there just to get that ball away. He was met with instant pressure.
Yeah, and to stay in the pocket and, kind of not get shook. Yeah, still was able to deliver the ball. So, again, the presence is there. The confidence is there. Just right now, just the, capability is not there as the Canes are just a little too much. But I can't say it enough. Plenty of football left.
Timing just a little bit off.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the chemistry is there, but just some of the play calling is a little, a little green, so to speak.
Split backs.
Letting
They
it fly
launch
this time.
and knocking incomplete by Tremaine Smith.
Who was on top of the route heavy, 31, looking for a flag. Daniel Robbins, one of their highly touted receivers. Maybe it could have a case, but, let the boys play type thing. I think that was a fair
sure.
defensive route. And
Fair play on the ball, yeah.
Tremaine Smith remained true to his game and came down with a nice deflection. Incompletion.
So, with those two being incomplete, brings up 3rd and 10. Are the Thunder going to stall out once again, or can they keep this moving?
If the Canes don't have any penalties, I think that that's something that the Thunder are trying to bank on. But I think they got to earn the yards themselves this time.
2 receivers to the bottom of your screen. 2 running backs to either side of Billups, and 1 receiver up top for this 3rd and long. Billups takes the snap, drops back, and there's a flag early. And it's a false start, moving the Thunder back 5 more yards. Now bringing up 3rd and 15. Don't like this one, digging a little bit of a hole.
Just got word, final score between the Phantoms and Outlaws. The Outlaws came up on top 14-7. So they found a little bit of Outlaw magic towards the end. As the last update I got, they were down 7-0.
Wow. Little comeback there in a low-scoring defensive affair.
Yeah, the Spartans took care of the Hawks today, 33-0, and I believe the Rebels and Titans are playing in 20 minutes over at Legacy.
Absolutely. So those are the scores from around the league as we get you to this crucial 3rd down for the Thunder. Just over 6 minutes left to go in the second, excuse me. And Billups with the snap, drops back, looking to throw, fires,
And
caught.
Nice catch by number 27. Big boy play, coming down with it. Both hands on the ball. Composed, complete, converted, 1st down.
Angelo Martin making one heck of a grab with the defender draped all over him right there.
That was a very well-designed play from the start, execution and all. So by all means, this may be that boost of energy that the Thunder need. 1st down in Canes territory with the scoreboard and clock no longer on their side.
Absolutely, but
plenty
huge. 3rd and 15, that's a big pickup. Could give you a little bit of a momentum.
Yeah, especially with that one-on-one grab, letting them know when he came down with it. We here, and let's see what they do with it.
Thunder shotgun again, split backs, handoff early, and he's going to go nowhere, losing a few yards on that one.
That's number 65 on the Canes.
Looks like 55, Mikel Mayer. Mikel Mayer making one heck of a play, getting in the backfield and losing about 2 or 3 right there.
So all that excitement moved them backwards now. Or, I'd say kind of still. If not, they lost a yard. But, yeah, second down and long now.
14.
Yeah, so second and forever.
So Thunder go backwards on first down. Clock winding down here. Oh, 4:15 left to go. They're switching it up to the pistol here. One halfback to his right and one behind him. Canes loading the box. And that's a fake pitch. He's got his man complete over the middle.
Nice bullet pass by Billups. Letting it thread the needle there. Directly line drive pass to number 36 on the Thunder.
Bradley
Friesen.
Friesen.
His defender. And getting that ball right in the mix. So first down. Or no, almost close for a first down, but third down now for the
Third
Thunder.
and about 4.
Yeah, so they got
That's
some of that yardage back.
Important 10-yard gain right there.
Yeah.
I love the play design. The Canes at the box stacks. He fakes the pitch, and he finds his man wide open in the middle of the zone.
And Phillips is not afraid to stay in that pocket and let that thing fly. He had defenders coming off on him, but he's also quick and can make that spin move and kind of use the real estate to his advantage.
And a timeout. And the first timeout of this half is going to be called by the Canes.
So I want to remind you guys, we have a couple proud sponsors of the AZCFL. Cactus Fuel, refueling tomorrow's athlete. Official hydration drink of the Arizona Cactus Football League. Vegan and gluten-free, low sugar, low carbs. Visit them at cactusfueldrinks.com and get your fuel on today.
Jesse, how you feeling? How's your back feeling and stuff? You a little banged up at all?
I mean, I do hope and wish that there was a therapy spot I could go to get me, my back's a little quirked. I'm standing this whole time. Why? What do you got for me?
Stozo Therapy is the best therapy and recovery teams in the Valley and AZCFL's official post-game recovery partner. And let me tell you why Stozo is so special. They got hands-on, every age, every stage of life, massage, manipulation, mobilizations, and over 40 years of collective experience. They have the knowledge that gives them the unique advantage in providing professional care services to you and your family.
Awesome, and they have 3 Valley locations from what I see. I appreciate that, man. I will check them out.
For
Stozo
sure.
Therapy, proud sponsor of AZCFL.
Back to the action here. 3rd and 5. Thunder looking to keep this drive crawling alive.
Somebody
Ooh.
jumped early.
Someone's jumping.
The excitement is tangible.
And that might get them a first down.
Which we said they'll capitalize on the advantages that the other team provides. If it's not their own yardage they're earning, they'll get it on the flags.
Encroachment against the Canes, and that hard count working to perfection right there.
So first down in Cane territory. Getting down to the wee hours of the first half.
Indeed.
They
They got
plenty of time, and I think 2 timeouts if they counted the injury timeout. I believe was one taken away from them with the injury.
I don't think they took that away from them because of how early it was in the game.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
3
so-
timeouts still.
Thunder still have all their timeouts to work with. Split backfield once again. Only 2 receivers and some tight ends.
High snap.
Play action.
Ball's
Oh,
on
the
the
ball's
ground.
loose. And the Canes have it.
That's going to be an unfortunate chain of events because just like the Thunder were capitalizing on the mistakes being provided to them, the Canes are well known to take advantage of mistakes, as we saw with the safety and the lulling the defense to sleep. So with that being said, the Canes got their ball back in their own territory, and valiant effort by the Thunder, but all for now.
Just think that one just took too long to set up. I mean, it was a good play fake, but by the time he got set and Billups was ready to throw the ball, he got clobbered and that thing came free.
So, unfortunate, another turnover I guess the safety was not a turnover, but obviously, what I mean? They turned momentum,
Yeah.
So, first down now for the Canes, back in their own territory.
And that's a reverse, but great defensive discipline as it looks like 42 of the Thunder, Ezra Thomas, and once again, Quayshawn Looster-Smith, number 94, in conjunction right there, stopping the reverse.
And DeLon Washington with the handoff.
A timeout called, And it looks like the Canes took this one again.
I believe it's a 2-minute warning.
Oh,
So
yep. You would be right. It is 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning here at the Arizona Cactus Football Game of the Week. Arizona Canes, Tucson Thunder, 17-0. All Canes
so far.
But plenty of football left. But yeah, two minutes to go in this first half. Lucas Metzner, Jesse Burke, Kino Sports Complex in Tucson. Arizona Canes are 4-0 on the league on the season. Thunder 0-3. They did have a rain out last week, so this is their first game in 2 weeks, and obviously the rust is showing a little bit.
Yep. And we see on camera right now, get a good look at the Tucson uniforms. I got a chance to, in the call this week, those are actually throwbacks.
Yeah.
Those uniforms are throwbacks from about 4 seasons ago when they made it to the semifinals. And I think that's really cool that they kept those. And they're wearing them out tonight on our game of the week.
As the pass is incomplete, too low for the intended receiver. That was 11 again. But yeah, getting back to the uniforms, I know it was a last-minute call if they were going to get the red pants or the white pants. I was on the call as well with owner Freddie Camarina, and he was talking about it's going to be a last-minute call, and they got the white pants. Still very swaggy, very formal, and I really like, I'm an ASU guy. I know you're an ASU guy, and, down here they like the U of A Wildcats, the blue and red.
Yeah.
I can put my pride to the side and say they're very nice uniforms.
For sure. As the pass here, over the middle, it's up. Ooh, incomplete.
That ball lingered dangerously.
Uh-oh. And the referee took a shot during that pass play on accident. So with that, I think we're going to cut to break here. And we'll be back in a little bit. And we're back for just a second here as he's still down on the field.
I think now would be a good time to talk about maybe some other football that went around the league today. The Spartans continued their dominant presence, 33-0 over the Hawks.
Just taking care of business.
The Hawks continually can't get things right going over there. The uniforms are really nice, but the play is not so much. Also, we got the Battle of Phoenix, Phantoms and Outlaws going to town for their rivalry.
And as he's still down on the field, I think we're going to take another break here. Be back in a moment. And so, glad to see our referee has made it off the field. And play will resume in just a moment as that pass fell incomplete. it'll be 4th and 11 for the Canes.
I will say, I mean, we see these guys suited up, armor and all, pads left and right. These refs got hats and shirts, you know, and they're out on that battlefield too. So it's a lot of traffic down on that field. I hope that ref is all right, and the show must go on.
Right. Unfortunate incident that, just happens every once in a while in the game of football, and it looks like he'll be all right, taking a seat down on the bench while the Canes get set to boot this one away. Snap's good, and a really good punt. It's got some air under it, but it's going to be returned, and he's got some room down to the left side, breaks one tackle but not the other, wrapped down at the 25-yard line.
Number 19, number 19, that was Randy Otang.
Javal Colmese on the return there, reversing field and picking up some yardage to get the Thunder probably one last drive with 1:31 left to go.
Yeah, and I think they have, 2 timeouts left?
They definitely, they have 2 or 3, I believe 3.
Yeah. So.
And they have 75 yards, 1:31, and 3 timeouts to get something on the board for the end of this first half.
Yeah, I know, urgency sets in and the idea is they need to tie the game, but you're never going to get a 17-point score. So put something on the board and slowly, chip away at this lead.
Yeah, grind your way back into it. And it starts with this drive as Tucson's ready to go in the spread. 2 receivers each side of your screen. Halfback switches sides. And Billups takes the snap. He looks, and he's going to get brought down.
Sacked. Number 26 of the Canes.
Deontay Flowers making the play right there. And a timeout called. That one taken by Tucson. That's their first of the half.
So, 1:15 to go in this game, or this half at least. All Canes early on. We've seen some interesting, safety. We saw 2-point conversions. We've seen, the ball letting it fly. We've seen some nice runs down the middle. Kind of, the score is not showing it all, but we've seen it all here in this game.
Definitely seen some flashes, from both squads, and we'll see what will transpire in this last 1:15 and certainly the second half with the halftime adjustments. But so far, the Canes have just been on everything, stifling Tucson early, but give credit to Tucson's defense as they have only allowed 2 touchdowns in this ball game. And
the Thunder offense, traditionally in the AZCFL, we're known for their wing T offense. I know over the last couple seasons, maybe they've reduced that. So now they're being known for their defense and, some other things. But right now they're trying to just get some sort of identity.
Right. Looking, the spread look here, trips to the top of the screen as Billups fires.
Dangerous pass.
Incomplete. Almost could have gone the other way.
I saw white jerseys surrounded by one blue jersey. Dangerous pass.
Yup. Billups lucky to have that one just fall to the ground. The timeout being called.
Looks to be a timeout by the Canes.
Looks like the Canes have taken this one, and that'll be their final timeout of the half. So maybe implementing some strategy, maybe trying to preserve some clock, but the Canes are in a good spot after that initial sack. It's going to make it 2nd and 15 or more.
We were speaking about there's some new players on the Canes as looking like we need to get the clock adjusted. Some new players on the Canes getting some time. And the beauty of that is here in the AZCFL, we want to broadcast and kind of platform everybody in the league, every team, every player. So for players to get their chance here in the game, traveling down to Tucson on the game of the week, great time to, get your name out there.
For sure. Great time, great complex.
Yeah, I think we're the only game going on right now, which is nice.
As the snap taken, fires, and that one lands out of bounds, incomplete. once again with the pick earlier in the game. Tremaine Smith, or not pick, but breakup. Tremaine
Almost
Smith in
interception, yeah.
coverage.
Tremaine Smith looking like he, I don't know what kind of symbol that was. Seatbelt looked like he's locking in or something. I don't know, something like that. I'll got to ask him. But, you know, brother of Timmy Smith. And they also have Mikkel Mayer is their older brother is actually on the team too.
Wow.
I just remembered that. And shouts to Timmy for reminding me.
Football, quite literally a brotherhood.
Very much so.
And the Canes getting ready to receive this one. Thunder drive stalls out once again. Dominic Hall is going to get set to boot this one away.
And I believe back there, who do they got? Joseph Parker.
Flag. And it's going to be against the Canes.
They have too many men on the field?
It would be my guess of 12 men on the field.
And that's going to give the Thunder a first down. Or is it enough for a first down? Because, I mean, I thought that's a 5-yard
Should be a
penalty.
5-yard penalty. Not quite sure what's going on here.
Yeah, no, it's still a fourth down. Okay, we're good. Yes.
Wait a second. I know what this is unsportsmanlike.
Oh, so it's a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, it is a 15-yard penalty. And this will give them a 1st and 10.
Which is an automatic first down and the 15-yard. So, yeah.
So here are the Thunder with new life. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Running back to the right side of Billups. And with just under a minute left to go, quick fire and, incomplete, in and out of the hands.
Todd Maddox Jr. kind of went up for it. There was no defenders. Kind of could have possibly waited for that ball to come down. But, hey, you got to love the effort. Got the ball at the highest point.
For sure.
When he came down with it, he wouldn't have got any yards. His feet left him too quick. So.
Right, little flat route right there, and didn't seem to be going anywhere, even if he did make that catch.
Exactly. So, good attempt, but second down now.
2nd and 10. Billups now with trips to the top of your screen, right side, looking that way, escapes some pressure, and he's going to take off for about a gain of 5 or 6 yards. As there's a timeout by the Thunder. That will be their 2nd.
Josh McCord, head coach, rallying his group. Used to play for the team. Tucson boy. Been in the league multiple years and now taking over head coach. Tonight's his first game actually officially head coach. So cool to see some new personnel, some new positions, player and coaching.
For sure.
I know with game of the week, there tends to be, I don't know if it's called the Hawthorne effect, but people tend to act differently when they know there's a camera watching them.
Yeah.
So I don't know if these guys get in their head that, if they play during the day and there's not many eyes on them, they can live in their own world and kind of control their environment. With this, there's a lot of eyes on you guys.
For sure.
So is that changing something? I imagine. I'm not a sports scientist, but I got to imagine.
A lot of platforms, a lot of cameras, a lot of bright lights out here tonight. And you wonder how much, if any, if that affects the psyche at all. Meanwhile, 3rd and 5 coming up for the Thunder. And with a stroke of luck, this drive is still alive.
Yeah, some luck and confusion for sure.
3rd and 5, trips to the top side. Billups looks left, has his receiver. And it's incomplete. Fired just a little overthrown.
Billups was out of bounds halfway through that route, so I imagine he would have had to put both feet in bounds before touching the ball anyway.
Had to reestablish there.
He's have to reestablish because I don't see that he was pushed out necessarily. He just ran that route.
Yeah.
Too straddled to the sideline.
Him and Tremaine Smith went down, going at it again. Looks like they're putting their best corner against their best wide receiver right now. And we are getting a show on that outside position.
Yeah, take it as disrespect or respect. I don't know how, but they're going at True all night.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll take it, you know. He's got that Smith blood. He does not shy away from a challenge. So
Not shying away from the top target there. Number 31, Daniel Robbins. But a 4th and 5, and with the time under 30 seconds left to go, the Thunder are just going to go for this one.
you gotta like
Timeout. And that's an official timeout.
Daniel Robbins, man, rocking 31. It's like Baskin Robbins. You got 31 flavors.
31 flavors.
You know, love the marketing opportunity for that.
Right?
He needs a quarterback named Baskin.
Yeah.
Maybe Baskin Robbins.
The connection.
That'd be crazy. I'm more of a Haagen-Dazs guy myself. So yeah, this is probably the longest 1 minute
Yeah.
in football history.
So here we have it. 4th and 5 from their own 40-yard line. And the Thunder hoping to keep this drive alive, maybe get some points on the board for half. Shotgun snap to Dobbins, and he's got nowhere to go. He's going to be swallowed. There was no hole from him to escape that pocket. The Canes collapse in on him perfectly.
So I, try not to get in the head of the coaches as much, but if you're, Coach McCord, are you making a quarterback change halfway just to get some, juices flowing, or it's not his fault entirely type thing?
I've seen a lot of good throws that have just not been caught by the wide receivers. I don't know if a change is necessary at this point, especially if you can utilize Billups as a runner. A little bit more spread as compared to the wing T. I'm not sure if they do or not, but if they have any option dialed up in the playbook, that could be something. Meanwhile, the Canes will get 27 seconds to work in good territory here. 1st and 10 as Art looking to throw, and he somehow gets that away with defenders straddled on his back.
And nice catch by Kevin Godot. Man, like you said, Art, getting that weight off his shoulder, literally, as the defender's on top of him, able to get that ball still to his receiver.
Incredible stuff right there. And that will be probably the most impressive 2-yard gain you're going to see this whole half.
So 13 seconds left in the half. 17-0 with, the Canes almost in kicking territory. I like the kicking, talent we have in the AZCFL. So why not, give them a shot?
For sure.
Go up almost 4 scores, I guess.
Right, especially with a dedicated kicker on your roster. But it does not appear it's field goal formation time yet, as they either inch to get a little closer, or who knows, maybe chuck one up. As someone coming off the field, some flag flies. Probably too many men or delay a game.
The refs have a lot of passing yards tonight.
Letting the flags fly.
Yeah, man, I gotta know their yardage.
So that'll move them back 5, make it 2nd and 13. 16 seconds left to go. Empty set. I look like they might just heave one here. Empty set for Art. He's looking to throw. Fires over the middle.
That hit the ground.
And just barely incomplete. A little bit low that time.
Too low for Zoe, as the intended receiver was Simpson. And that being said, there's 1 second on the clock.
And we're going to put 11 seconds back.
11 seconds left
11
on the clock.
For the clock.
You ever hear the term New York minute? This is the exact opposite of that.
Really slow and drawn out.
This is like, they say every year, 7 years in dogs is a dog minute. All right.
Canes huddling up. And with 11 on the clock
Going for
and
broke.
3rd down, there might actually be a window here. You can run a little out route to maybe get your kicker in range.
I think that, one timeout left.
Otherwise, either one or none.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it looks like it may be Huck season as another empty snap. Good pass pro for Art this time. Looking, throws, finds over the middle. Is his receiver smart enough? Oh, and
And
he
he's
is brought down inbounds.
and that's going to run the clock.
And that'll be the half.
And that's going to expire the clock and bring us to halftime here at Game of the Week. Arizona Canes 17, Tucson Thunder 0. Jesse Burke alongside Lucas Metzner. There's some confusion here on the field as it should be halftime, though, as the receiver is brought down inbounds, as you said, with no clock left.
But the teams seem to be congregating towards the football.
And now it looks like they're going to place the ball. And similar to the first quarter, looks like we've expired the quarter too soon. So the Canes are actually going to get the ball. And like we were saying, they're going to go with a kick attempt. So number 14, Luke Trudy, trying to add to this lead with 2 seconds left. So another premature clock expiration, but we're back.
And the kick is
Going off the
no
upright
good.
and no good.
Just missed it. And
Click, clank, off the top, upright, and the score remains 17-0.
And this will be halftime for real. Lucas Metzner alongside Jesse Burke will catch you at the second half of the break, at the other side of the break.
Welcome back. AZCFL game of the week. Arizona Canes versus the Tucson Thunder. 17-0. All Thunder early in this game. All first half, obviously. But we're back. Jesse Burke, Lucas Metzner.
And the Thunder will get to receive this one first. Hopefully get to turn some things around here. Maybe halftime adjustments came through and the offense will start clicking.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely heard Coach Josh McCord. I feel like everybody in the stadium heard him as he was yelling at his team, letting them know that, they obviously are not pleased with their first half performance, but plenty of time to turn it around.
Right, for sure. And Luke Trudy about to boot this one away. And a flag.
I believe a false start. Can you get a false start? Yeah, on
false
kick.
start.
Yeah, false start on the Canes.
Cross that line before it was kicked.
Yeah, and
push them back 5.
Canes are obviously trying to pick up right where they left off in the first half. Energy's there, and can't go until your kicker goes, though.
Exactly.
So we'll redo that. And now pushing it back at the 25-yard line, where I think that back in the day, that was the traditional kickoff spot before they moved things up to the 35. Or no,
Yeah,
that's the
30.
30. Yeah. So 5 yards back.
Yeah.
It used to be the 25.
Another boot and received.
Number 27.
And he will evade the initial 2 tackles.
And now goes backwards.
But the rest of the team there to clean it right up.
Angelo Martin, number 27 on the Thunder, evaded 2 tacklers, but then kind of went backwards. So good start, and then better, finish for the Canes. So.
Exactly. Kind of had nowhere to run. He broke the 2, and he was looking to go somewhere else, and bang, gets clobbered by the rest of them.
Yeah, the Canes, they heard their brothers in trouble, and they got to the situation and figured it out. So now the Thunder back in their own territory, deep on the, I'd say, the 17-yard line.
Right about 17, indeed, yeah.
Will be under center for Mr. Billups. Dayron Billups, man. As, no shade. I was just asking if they were going to switch up, just to get something going.
For sure.
It's not like he was doing anything necessarily bad, but now, they're just sticking with their guy and
switch for maybe a spark, but no, they will bring it out right away into the pistol and a handoff. Actually,
fake handoff.
Fake handoff. Screen.
Gets off to Jason Parrish, who is met quickly by the defender.
And
Downs.
Even though I might have been fooled on that play, the Canes defense was not.
They were not, man. TJ Downs was all over it, wagging his finger at his coach, saying they can't fool him. But yeah, by all means, second down now for the Thunder, and kind of picking up where the Canes left off.
Yeah, no gain right there. 2nd and 10.
So, corny as it is, I have to say it. We're looking for the Thunder to strike lightning, so to speak, early in this third. But, so far it's been
pretty stagnant.
Yeah, it's been a storm, but on the hurricane side of things,
Billups checking in with his receiver real quick for the second down play. Split receivers, 2 each side. Billups with the snap, drops back, looks to his right, pumps, and then throws over the head, intended for Angelo Martin.
Yeah, so maybe a little miscommunication, as maybe Martin was supposed to run up a little bit more as that ball did sail over his head, or possibly just too much mustard on that thing as that ball got over the head of the intended receiver.
For sure. Showing off that he definitely has that arm, but timing still looking a little bit in jeopardy early on here.
Yeah, I mean, he's had pressure all night, so obviously, maybe his depth perception's off, or his ability to, let the ball go right when he wants it to is in question. But, yeah, I mean, like you said, the presence is there. The ball's going places, just not necessarily where it needs to go.
Right. It's just been a tough day for the Thunder because sometimes throw was off the mark, and sometimes when it was on, it just did not get caught. And 3rd and 10 here, he drops back, facing more pressure, and he'll be sacked by a group of Canes defenders.
26 in the mix. That was Deontay Flowers, man. So
4th and very long And their opening possession of the second half not looking so good. For a 3 and out is their result.
Not how they wanted to start this first half.
Not at all.
So, subjectively, the Canes definitely wanted to start this half like that, getting the ball back to their offense and not flexing one bit, not flinching, not budging, and Canes are continuing their success.
Canes could get the ball in prime territory here as the return man only lined up right about the 48 of his own. As the boot is getting ready here from Dominic Hall. He sends it off. Very solid punt with good distance. Thunder bounce. And that's a pretty solid job considering the circumstances. And that'll force the Canes to start technically on their own side of the field.
Yeah, so good special team presence. And we almost got a chance to see a return by number 18. That's the newest Canes member, Joey Buckley. Just showed up to practice for the Canes this week, and excited to be on Game of the Week and show his face to the league as the Canes
For
are
sure.
well-known faces, but also some new ones too.
Start showcasing his talent.
So first down now, Art and crew.
Art in the shotgun, 1st and 10, takes the snap, looking to his left, evades a defender or two, rolls out to the right, looking, does he have someone? Fires, and it's out of bounds.
So good crisis aversion by Art to get the ball away from the defenders and also try to give himself one shot towards downfield, but incomplete. Good pressure by number 75 of the Thunder.
For sure, making sure it was not easy on Art there, but
John West running from east to west to make sure Art did not get that ball downfield.
yeah. Even though it was incomplete, I like what I see from the Canes in terms of team chemistry. Quarterback gets in trouble, receivers start coming out to the sidelines, and they gave him a chance.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for, right?
For sure.
So second down now.
Canes rocking with the split backs this time, as one's going in motion to the double receivers on the top side, and it's a screen to him.
Incomplete.
But incomplete.
Out of the hands of Greg Dotstrey.
Play design was certainly there, but just didn't make the catch. Throw a little bit high, but yeah, brings up 3rd and 10 after the incomplete.
So some nice steadiness from the Thunder defense, but let's see if they can get their defense off the field and get the ball back to the offense, because so far, Canes sticking in their own territory, which is something new this game. The ball's on the ground.
Low snap, but Art recovers, finds his receiver, caught at around the 40-yard line, and it's ruled complete. First down, Canes. What a play.
You can always count on the Simpsons coming on at 9:30, and you can count on Alonzo Simpson coming down with the ball when his quarterback needs him. So the consistency is there, and Alonzo Simpson, by all means, making his name, I'd say, enforced here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Big-time player making big-time plays tonight.
In big-time games. And first down now, new set of downs for the Canes, but Simpson's everywhere you need him. In the end zone.
Art motions a receiver, and he's firing over the middle, and that's about a couple yards in front of him.
Intended receiver, big ball boss, Phil Ross, who likes to go down deep. My man easily likes to go with the big ball target. Can torch his defender, as you saw. The ball was just a little overthrown, as he's probably going to get another target shortly.
For sure. 2nd and 10 as the ball hits the turf. Interesting decision to see if the Canes will stick to the air or try the ground game despite the resistance they've met tonight. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, screen pass,
Another
and that one
over the receiver. So does Art have a hard time throwing to the left? I mean, on this drive specifically, yes. I mean, we know Alonzo is there. He could come down with it, but over his head. So
2 screenplays missed. Kind of a surprising thing to see. Those are usually your easy hitters that, that help get your quarterback in rhythm.
Especially there was not that much pressure on that pass. He was able to get the ball off. It just maybe it was too much comfort.
For sure.
So
Brings up
now.
3rd and 10 And they'll just hand the ball off.
Mitchell met early.
But here's some space to the left. Lowers his shoulder. And he'll get run out of bounds after about 5 yards.
Lowers his shoulder. Eldrick Galloway, defensive captain for the Thunder.
Absolutely.
So 4th down now. So a good stop on the Thunder. But I'm seeing the Canes stay with their offense. Kind of stepping the foot on the pedal late in this 3rd quarter already.
Yeah, no quit here. Kind of that in-between territory, so the Canes will go for it. Fourth and 6.
They have confidence on their sides. Obviously, the scoreboard's on their side.
Art takes the snap, looks to his right, finding pressure, heaves, and he'll just heave it out of bounds, incomplete. It's Tucson Thunder ball, and a desperately needed stop for the Thunder defense before this one can get too far out of hand.
Definitely the first sign of like excitement from the Thunder, running off some jitters. So exciting to see the hype and the excitement there. And like you're saying, small little win right there by getting their defense off the field without, adding more injury to, what already is a bruised up team. But
sure.
yeah, by all means, let's see what the Thunder got in store.
You take the small victories, you add those to your psyche, and then hopefully those small victories in your psyche will help you lead you to the big victory on the field.
I mean, all these guys work out. They know they can't bench press their max, on the first day. They got to work up to it. So same thing with football.
Billups with the snap. He's going to launch far. He's, overthrown by about a yard or two.
Trumaine Smith, I got to give it to you. My man got beat on that route, letting it know it's incomplete, but he got lucky that ball was dropped because he was burnt on that route. And I got to give it to him because he can take it. The Smiths are built for it. And by all that route, the receiver got the best of him. But, hey, when the ball doesn't go in the receiver's hand, the DB did his job. So, Trumaine Smith remaining true.
Got to give him credit there. That's the first time I've seen his man beat him all night long.
So that's what I'm saying, man. It's the one time, but all it takes could be one time. But now, True getting what, needed to take place, which is the incomplete. So they keep going at him, though, man.
2nd and 10 for the Thunder. Billups looks to his right and incomplete. I don't know how you can place the ball much better than that. These receivers need to catch it.
And Andrew Jones slipping on the play. So you got to come down with the catch, especially when a defender trips on his own shadow.
Yeah, it must be hard for Deron Billups right now to keep his head on his shoulders. He's making, a good amount of decent throws that just aren't getting caught.
Yeah, I mean, if it touches your hands, you got to come down with it. We've definitely seen at least 4 or 5 solid drops here in this game. So unfortunate, can't throw it and catch it yourself.
Right, exactly. So 3rd and 10 after that drop. And the Thunder looking to figure something out here so they do not stall out 3 and out once again.
Billups is still looking for his first touchdown on the year.
Billups with a quick throw, complete.
Nice strike to 36, who was coming up limping earlier in the game. So Bradley Friesen, nice over-the-middle catch. He had one earlier in the first half, which was nice. So look at the Thunder getting some movement.
There it is. The chains get moved. Needed 10, got about 10.1 right there, right at the sticks, but good for the Thunder. Keep the chains moving.
The Canes are moving, and so are the chains. So Billups now getting back into the huddle saying, guys, I'm doing my job. Do yours, right? They put on their pads just like we do. There's plenty of football left. Let's get it.
For sure. 4:30 left to go in this 3rd quarter. The Thunder still on their own side at about their own 47. Single back, split double receivers. Billups looking to throw again, and he has nowhere to go.
Hurricane of defenders there as he is swarmed by number 33 on the Canes. That is Paramore Peanut Tappa. So
working right through the line there, giving Billups no time to throw whatsoever. 2nd and 17. Or 2nd and a country mile, as I'd like to say. Because, wow.
2nd in Phoenix.
Yeah,
Here in Tucson, Arizona.
They got to go quite the ways to pick up these sticks, and they've been having trouble just picking up the 10s, so they can't be shooting themselves in the foot like this.
Yeah, and you got to expect it to go to the air, and they've been favoring that left side, so, you know, they're not a predictable team, but so far there's been some predictable, you know, activity here.
For sure. Trips to the top of your screen away from the Kane star corner. Tremaine Smith takes the snap. He's looking both ways. Somehow evades that tack. 2, 3. He evaded 3 but could not escape the 4th, and he's finally sacked again.
And possibly came down awkward as his knee looked somewhat crooked as he's walking slow to get off. And hate to see that, as like you were saying, he almost evaded the entire front line of the Canes, and the pressure did not stop as he was brought down.
I don't think he's injured. I think he's getting the play, thankfully. But yeah, could have been scary the way he was evading and then finally got brought down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he was walking off the field as much as walking to his coach.
Yeah,
definitely slower than we saw some of the giddy up earlier in the game. So gotta get with him. You know, could be a bruised ego, but let's see. Now with 3rd and, man.
Flagstaff to go at this
3rd and
point.
Flagstaff. You know, 3rd and a different. It might be not daylight savings over there.
Yeah. Trips to the top of your screen for Billups. 1 halfback to the left and a receiver also to the left. He snaps, looking to throw, throws quickly to the left towards Tremaine Smith. And that is way past anyone, as he might have just been throwing that one away.
Tremaine's got to ask what's going on, man. They're trying him every play.
And there is a flag sitting in the back of the backfield around where the quarterback might be.
So face mask on the Canes.
Wow.
And the Thunder are continuing to get the sticks moving off of
penalties.
Yeah, and why not? Take it where you can get it.
You got to take, you got to accept the penalty when they commit it. But, credit to the Thunder themselves not committing, much of any penalties tonight.
Yeah, a very
disciplined
team for sure. And, the Canes they have a, definitely a personality bunch, a group known for, having a good personality, strong personalities, loud personalities, and we welcome that here in the AZCFL. So for them to, be able to contain it and have that common goal of winning, it's, definitely cool to see.
1st and 10 now from about their own 45. This one, a handoff, and this time some space.
Nice. We got some rumblings, some thunder from Jason Parrish, man. Nice first down on the ground.
Finally getting some real estate to work.
Getting the crowd into it here in Tucson, Arizona.
And a timeout on the field. The Canes want to call timeout and look this one over.
And so getting towards the end of the 3rd quarter here. And the energy is leaning towards the Thunder side. Obviously, the scoreboard's still heavy set in the Cane side of things, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, Luke.
Yeah, here in Tucson, the Thunder starting to get it together, and with a little bit of stroke of luck and slowly but surely, a couple plays here and there, and they're moving. They're on plus side, Can they finally capitalize this one with some points, though? Is the big question.
Yeah, earlier today we did have other football games go on. Spartans taking care of the Hawks, 33-0, continuing their undefeated spree.
Spartans, the team to beat right now, and you know what? I just cannot wait. I don't know what week this game will be, but Canes Spartans, ladies and gentlemen, get your popcorn for that one, whenever that is.
Yeah, and then Phantoms Outlaws, Battle of Phoenix, coming down to the wire. The Outlaws take care of business 14-7, and then we'll get a score for you guys between the Rebels and Titans as that game is underway right now in Phoenix. So 1st down now. Dayron and crew.
1st and 10 for Billups. Fakes the quick throw. It's a draw to Parrish. And the draw works for about 3 or 4.
Flowers with the tackle as we're getting down to the single digit. Or I guess the double digits of the 2nd quarter, Or third quarter.
Just getting down, just ticked under a minute now. And the Thunder looking at about 2nd and 6 after the short draw play. Slowly but surely keeping her going, keeping the chains moving. And we'll see where this drive takes them as Billups has trips to his right on the top of your screen.
Let's see if they go after True again. In one-on-one coverage, I mean, True's holding his own, so they've been on Smith Island all night.
Sends the man in motion, fakes a pitch there, a little swing screen, but Parrish has no room to work once he catches the ball.
His cleats almost gave out on him as he slid forward and kind of lost his footing. So, 3rd and forever now. They moved backwards after all that emotional effort. But yeah, 3rd down and forever now. But, you know, they can't give up any more penalties as they, continue to move backwards on sometimes their own accord. But with that being said, we have reached the 4th quarter here at Arizona Cactus Football League Game of the Week. We'll take a quick commercial break from our sponsor, and we'll be back.
And welcome back to the Arizona Cactus Football League. Got Canes Thunder down here in Tucson, Arizona at Kino Sports Complex, where the Canes lead the Thunder 17-0 after 3 quarters. Jesse, what's your biggest takeaway after 3?
Consistency. The Canes came down here with a reputation, and they're, letting that reputation come true tonight. And by all means, they're the reasons why they're undefeated and why they're one of the top dogs in the league. And I think that's kind of what has separated them tonight, is the consistency.
I think they've continued to prove that tonight. Very disciplined, maybe besides the penalties, the unsportsmanlike and a few others. But outside of the penalties, really disciplined, flying to the football and stuff like that, as it's 3rd and forever here for the Thunder. Billups takes the snap, launches one, and just out of the reach of their star receiver, Daniel Robbins.
And that's the unfortunate, as he did get past True again, but the ball was not where it needed to be. And unfortunately, Tremaine continuing to hold his receiver.
Looks like that was not Tremaine right there, rather.
Oh, no, that was number 9, actually.
Darnell Marshall. So they'll test the other side, actually.
So they did test the other side. Yeah, okay, true, because they did switch, so True's on the top of your screen now. So, Robbins gets past the defender, but the ball is not where it needs to be. So
just off.
Seems to be the theme for the Thunder tonight. When one thing's working, the other thing's not.
Exactly.
One thing's not working, one thing is. So you need all phases of football for it to be successful. And the Canes are kind of your blueprint, or your green print, if you will.
Can't seem to get anything going, these Thunder, as they face 4th and forever.
At this point, they got to go for it. They do not have a position to
run it out of options. And that ball doesn't matter. It was snapped low, and it doesn't matter who recovers it.
Down, regardless.
That's Canes' ball. So just as we were saying, nothing going right for these Thunder players, as 4th and forever need a huge conversion, and the snap hits the turf.
I'd say that drive was probably the biggest signs of light throughout this whole game. And unfortunately, the Canes gave them false hope as they came out on top.
It got killed in dramatic fashion.
Yeah, so now already close to Thunder territory. And as I was expected, Billups is jogging on the sideline as he seems somewhat uncomfortable with his legs.
For sure. And on 1st and 10, a handoff for the Canes early, and they'll get some real estate there. About 5-6 yards on the carry.
Art's already got his 2 touchdowns for the game and, plenty of completions. So why not give your running back some love now? As,
right.
You want to make the clock your friend, as it is your friend, but you want to just continue to
wine and
Exactly.
dine this clock as the
Start-
Canes want to go to 5-0.
Grinding it down like fine pepper as the Canes rocking with some more heavy sets down the stretch. 2nd and 4, and he's got some room to work on the right side. And there goes Greg Dostry. He's got a run that will move the chains. Good work by the O-line right there and the running back.
So Canes continuing to crawl down the field, if you were, carve out the defense, and just have their way with the Thunder. Obviously, the Thunder had some signs of light, some pulse.
For sure.
But then, by all means, just deflated by the Canes.
I'm liking this pistol look with the H-back for the Canes, giving them some more blockers up front for yet again another run.
Kenny Mitchell up the middle.
This time going nowhere, though. So, yeah.
Dobbins slow to get up. Good to see one of the bigger boys in the league, little bro of J.R. Warner, we call him. He's, well-known guy. Personality's out the window. He recovered from a leg injury. He's a hard worker. Good guy. It's the type of players we like to bring up here in the AZCFL.
Glad to see him moving and grooving.
Yeah.
Definitely putting in work at that left tackle position as the Canes on 2nd and 9 will retreat back to the spread formation. And a handoff up the middle, but stopped right at the line of scrimmage once again.
Yeah. That was Greg Dotstrey getting down, 2-yard gain at that?
About one, maybe. One or two.
So 3rd down now.
3rd and 9. And I wonder if the Canes will try and go to the air here just to secure this 1st down, or if they'll keep it on the ground. Shotgun set with trips to the bottom of your screen. And Art will keep this one himself. Evades a defender in the backfield. He's got room. Left sideline. He reaches the ball, but it's all going to depend on the spot.
And that was something that Coach Fisher and Coach Rob was saying, that Art is not afraid to run. 6'3", almost 300 pounds. I mean, not 300 pounds, but two-something big boy. Not a traditional runner, but gets his feet going when he needs to and gets the, chains moving. So 1st down now for the Canes, and now they can just kind of toy with the Thunder.
Right. Smart player, smart play. And that one looked like a design QB run, and he took it, and he quite literally ran with it. And a good effort at the end to stretch it out. Yeah.
So I know somebody that's still aching and itching for his touchdown is Phil Ross. They all want to eat, obviously, but.
And on 1st and 10, yet another handoff as Greg Dotstrey is putting in work at the end of this game right now.
That was actually Kenny Mitchell, 23.
Excuse me.
That went down in the middle, but he's coming off now, tagging in his homie Dotstrey. But yeah, man, Mitchell getting into the mix, obviously. Kind of damaged goods, I say. Not damaged goods, shelved goods on the Lions. People felt like he was underused and overlooked. And now it's great to see that he gets majority of touches earned, So.
For sure. 2nd and about 4 to go. Spread look again for the Canes, but looks like they're just trying to spread actually a throw here to the end zone. And too much.
Overthrown, Joseph Parker Jr.
Nice corner route. Great play by design and just out of reach right there.
So
had a step on his man, but couldn't complete it.
So 3rd down now.
About 4 to go. Interesting to see what the Canes might try here. You'd expect them to keep it on the ground, but who knows on 3rd down.
Good do on
Takes
the bottom
the snap.
of your screen.
He does indeed hand it off.
The Dotstrey.
And Dotstrey down to about the 5.
Bringing it down within goal line territory. And with that, man, obviously they're fueled. And what other ways they can refuel is Cactus Fuel, man. It's an official sponsor of Arizona Cactus Football League. It's the official drink of tomorrow's athlete. It's pretty much all the energy and all the rehydration without the sugars. So
For sure.
check them out, man. One of a proud sponsor of AZCFL.
You see these guys putting in the work. They need something to recover after. Cactus Fuel, perfect for the job. Meanwhile, first and goal from the 5. The handoff looks botched. He's scrambling, and he'll just throw that one out of bounds.
At the ankles of, it looks like at the ankles of Zoe Simpson. So
Art making a smart decision there on the broken play. And he'll make it second and goal, making sure he doesn't take a loss there.
yeah. So second down now with a little over 7.5 to go.
Snap taken, handoff up the middle, and he powers his way in. Touchdown, Canes.
Dastry knocking on the door, and they answered for 6. The Canes continue the dominance. It will be 23-0 pending an extra point attempt. So, yeah, I mean, Luke, talking about this great game of the week broadcast here on Arizona Cactus, Media X, the AZCFL's official network, podcast, media marketing, live stream, everything media related. CMX produces all the Cactus Football League programs and weekly games of the week, as well as shows like AZCFL Intel, a weekly podcast hosted by myself, contains a player of the week or somebody that will be showcasing the league. So by all means, shouts to Cactus Media, the league.
Find them on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
Yep. www.azcfl.com for all the league and team information. As
There's a flag on the PAT.
yeah, flag on the PAT. And it will be point after attempt.
False start, so that'll kick him back a few yards for this try.
So giving the kick, you know what I'm saying? Giving a little bit confidence boost, you know, an extra point, but some extra yardage with it.
A little bit of reps in with this extra point here.
Never skip leg day.
Especially if you're a kicker.
Yeah. That's the only day you
Yeah.
should be going. And refs want to use their whistle again. You know, definitely want to thank every team of the AZCFL for making this league possible. Thanks to the Thunder for hosting. Obviously, having their own, like, you know, somewhat of a stadium here, or their own stadium here in Tucson.
And almost blocked, but still no good.
My guy loves the left side. He dunked it off the upright earlier in the game, and now just zipped it right past the left upright. So
that would give you a glimpse right there as what we've been seeing the past couple weeks. Someone comes flying in off the edge, blocks the PAT, and then the defense has been taking it in for 2.
yeah, so special teams, I guess, on the defensive side of things for the Thunder, not too shabby. You know, keeping their kicker, keeping the extra points out of there.
For sure.
And I guess that was a field goal attempt towards the end of the first half. So
I mean, this Thunder defense has worked really hard outside of the long bomb given up earlier. I mean, the Canes have had to earn every single point, and that's for sure.
Yeah.
So credit to the, you know, although they're probably not going to come out on top tonight, give credit to the Thunder defense for containing a rather explosive Canes offense to this as compared to what they've had in recent weeks, as we have Luke Trudy set to boot it away. And a good kick.
blast that thing, lets it fly.
Fielded at around the 15.
Dropped and picked right back up by 13.
He's finding some room. Oh, but brought down.
Brought down by
Textbook tackle.
32. That is
Perry Morrow making the play right there.
not saying I won't see you tomorrow. I'll see you today. Petty Morrow.
And so Tucson will get possession of the football, hoping to work out some of their offensive woes the last few weeks on this drive.
I imagine there's definitely got to be an insult to the ego, to the mindset. You get ready, you play a crazy physical sport like football. You're not able to score. It's been 2 weeks since they played. Now it's going to be another week until they play. I wonder what the thought process is and how they kind of regroup. I mean, you learn a lot more from losses than you do wins, but there's a lot of content to learn from, obviously.
Right. I mean, you learn more from the loss, but, losing can definitely hurt your psyche. And it takes really tough people to keep losing and keep getting back up and getting ready to fight again. So we'll see what kind of drive is in store here for the Thunder, as on 1st and 10, almost intercepted.
Really
Dangerous pass.
dangerous pass indeed, as I saw nothing but green pants in the direction of the ball. So, and then obviously for the Canes, man, speaking with some of the Rebels players last year, as they went undefeated, won the league championship. I was kind of saying, like, what's the mindset of always balancing positivity? You never go through any adversity. How do you grow, right?
Right.
So, speaking to Dylan Alderman, defensive end, he was saying that, it's hard. Every team comes at you, gives you their best every week. So, I mean, for the Canes, even though it's selfishly, they're winning, but I'm sure that there's something that they have to contain from an emotional standpoint too.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Tucson on 2nd and 10, coming out trips to the bottom of your screen. Fires early, and it looked to be about a step behind him. A little bit of timing off once again.
Juval Calmis putting his hands up, kind of asking where the ball was. Dangerous pass, and even led him into a dangerous, could have been a dangerous yards after catch had he came down with it.
Right, had that ball been on the money. I mean, defenders hawking in, that's one way to get a receiver lit up, unfortunately.
Yeah, these Canes definitely love to lower their shoulders. So.
Very physical, aggressive team, flying to the ball in the air, on the ground. So yeah, you wanna watch yourself around the Canes defense for sure. Tucson looking to move on their possession here. 3rd and 10. Billups takes the snap, and he'll just take off as he finds a nice hole.
Battered by 44. D. Brooks.
9 or 8 yard gain there, and it'll bring up 4th and short.
So getting down to the 4-minute mark here. Game of the week. Arizona Canes 23, Tucson Thunder 0.
Clock winding down. Tucson doesn't have much of a choice, especially putting 0 points on the board. Something that is even more demoralizing than just a loss is the fact that you weren't able to score. That hurts.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been surprised when I see shutouts in football, especially, how many chances they have at driving it in and stuff like that. It's always surprising to me, especially with the talent we see.
Absolutely. And a screenplay on 4th and 2, but the Canes players flying to the ball and ultimately having Dominic Brooks make the final part of that tackle, and the Canes will get the football in excellent territory, looking to grind away the rest of the clock.
And with that, Brooks may have put this game in the books. So
1st and 10 for the Canes from the Thunder 30.
So these football guys, I talk to them often. They talk about how they give themselves a 24-hour rule. Good or bad, celebrate a win for 24 hours. You sulk a loss for 24 hours. Get back in the lab the next day after that.
Right.
So both these teams got something to work on, and they got, future ahead of them. Like you're saying, the Canes got some other undefeated teams like the Spartans that, they want to kind of show who's the big brother of the undefeated teams. And then you have teams like the Thunder that want to kind of get themselves back into, or get themselves in the winning column for the first time.
Right. So no gain on that initial run play as the Canes just grinding the clock away.
good to see. I mean, obviously the Canes come for blood, so they want to get some more love to their players. But
And a pass here
yeah,
on 2nd and 10. This one to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Canes. What a play. What an unbelievable grab.
and that I believe was number 11, DeLon Washington, coming down with that pretty grab. And just as I said, even though they're up on this scoreboard, they still want to get their players fed. And there it was. A new name, a new stat, a new score. 29-0 Canes.
Absolutely, and probably the last thing we were expecting up in the booth. Well, maybe not you. And that was such a beautiful catch. My favorite catch in all of football, the over-the-shoulder grab. The hardest to make, but the prettiest looking catch, in my opinion.
And the placement was artistic by Art.
Yes,
And for it
just
to be
perfect.
there, by all
Picasso.
means, And I painted that thing in the corner, back of the corner of the end zone, and everybody did their job. And that's what we were speaking on. Is in order for this to shine, everyone's got to shed some light. So with that, Trudy's even getting in the mix, 30-0, as the Canes have put up a 30 rock.
Indeed, 2:06 left to go in this one, and the Thunder might get one last drive for pride here with the 2-minute looming right after the kickoff. And so last chance to kind of correct woes for the week, and then back to the drawing board for the Thunder after this one.
And, I was speaking earlier on Billups coming up lame on one of the plays, and on the sideline, he's kind of been stretching it, tweaking it. I got to imagine, granted, it's not made a crazy halt on his physical ability, but mentally, maybe he's not as comfortable as, stepping and calling his own number, or maybe trying to get down there.
Right, for sure.
A little over 6 seconds to go until the 2-minute warning. Again, Cactus Media X presents Arizona Cactus Football League's Game of the Week. Jesse Burke alongside Lucas Metzner.
Week 5.
Week 5, man. Game 4 for the Thunder as they were rained out.
And that returned at about the 10 as he's sprinting to his right and brought down a little awkwardly at about the 15. And that'll bring us exactly down to the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes left to go this game of the week. All Canes here in Tucson, Arizona. We had a full slate of football earlier today. Spartans versus Hawks. Hawks still not able to get their thing, spread their wings, so to speak. 33-0. Phantoms lost to the Outlaws 14-7. And then Rebels and Titans are still going at it. We'll get a score update for you guys shortly.
Whenever we can,
Whenever we can, or that game will finish after hours, actually, so you guys let us know type thing.
Right. So, Tucson, what do you do in these last 2 minutes? Do you throw out the whole, I got to pass, got to get down the field? Do you just go and run normal offense just to get something going? Or are you still trying to push your way all the way down the field to score?
So I think there's a balance of, this is a game at the end of the day, so it should be enjoyed. So if people still want to play till the whistle's done or till the clock is 0, by all means. The mindset of getting back into this game, I think, is out the window. So why not give your guys that pay money and work hard to be on this field a chance to, get some dirt on their uniform?
For sure. And EJ Hooks with the carry that time, as 2 flags fly in at the 20-yard line. I'll believe that'll be a face mask against the Canes.
I think with football, man, there's obviously egos, good and bad, and there's a lot of pride. So even if you're on the losing side of a 30-0 game, I don't want to quit. I don't want to stop until I know I can keep, I gave it my very all until the zeros. So, I think it's a valiant effort to keep trying. Why? Why not?
Yeah, exactly. These guys, they give a lot. They pay to be here, and these games are a big deal. So, why not get out every single rich second of it that you can? And that penalty, by the way, a holding against the Thunder, so that'll push him back like 1st and 20. Billups launches and almost finds his receiver, just incomplete, a little bit out of bounds.
Dangerous passes. There were 2 Canes in the mix. EJ Hooks was there on the play, and so was Ronan Hines. Number 17 and number 20. Good to see some new Canes on the field as, let's say their ones are comfortably, taking their cleats off and getting ready for the ice bath
Yep.
and, clubbing the tub, as they so to speak.
Or the drive back for these Canes players. A little bit of a trip
Yeah, I mean,
down to Tucson.
at least the Thunder, get to stay local and not have to dwell on a long drive home with the loss.
And 2nd and long,
Billups bounces out of
Billups
there.
finds his target wide open, and that throw is low, falls
Through the-
incomplete.
Through the 5-hole like a mini golf course,
Yeah.
right between his legs.
Almost like he's trying to score against him.
Yeah. But a little over a minute left. Canes are going undefeated. Thunder, kind of opposite, defeated, if you will. Haven't won a game yet, but they're young, so to speak. Newer owners, new head coach tonight. They've got the fan base, so they have the support, they have the numbers, they have the amount, right? They have the I guess on paper,
backing.
Yeah, they have the backing, the foundation, right? So now it's just how do they implement it?
I think sometimes, changes take time. So, first week with a lot of changes. So, give them a couple weeks and hopefully they look a lot better. And here's on 3rd and long. And Billups finds his receiver caught. No, incomplete.
He came down. I think it hit the ground when he came
Hit
down.
the ground
So
as he was coming down. Almost looked like a catch.
Robbins dropped it out of his basket, if you will.
And
Minute left. So I think, was that turnover on downs? Yep.
nope, it
Oh, no.
is 4th currently.
Oh, so
and
they're bringing out
with
the
how
punter.
backed up they are. Thunder will bring on the punting unit.
I want to thank everybody that tuned in. Cactus Media X, Arizona Cactus Football League Game of the Week. Excited for the future of this league. I mean, it's crazy. The time flies when you're having fun. We're halfway through the season already.
Right.
Crazy to think. Week 5. And definitely plenty of talent here in the league, man. And some of it is spread out. Some of it's kind of concentrated, but it's the beauty of the league.
And the punt was almost bobbled, but finally gets it away, takes a Thunder bounce.
Joey Buckley is not going to get a chance to flex his muscles here, as the rest of his squad has kind of done their job. So 41 seconds left.
Should be a near 2 away from getting out of here after a contest that was just dominated by the Arizona Canes.
Yeah, this was, if you go to Raising Cane's or the chicken spot, this would be the Caniac combo.
They went all for it tonight. All 3 phases. I'm especially impressed with the special teams phase of the ball tonight.
And having guys kind of step up unexpected with Big Hoss coming down with the 2-point conversion. Before he was telling me, all I do is long snaps, so you won't see me much. And I've seen him a lot throughout today's game, getting 2 points, and
A critical 2 points, and on 1st and 10,
And
handoff
now-
up the middle with some room.
Kenny is just grinding this clock.
Handoff up the middle. There's a 15-yard run and some flags flying.
There's going to be some chippiness towards the end because, like we were saying, emotions get the best of people.
Must be, emotions running high, especially, you can imagine the emotions of Tucson.
Towards the end of the game.
Yeah, after not having a good showing and, the Canes, after having a really good game, very excited about it.
So more backwards yardage from the
So-
Canes, but the Thunder,
The Canes will be pushing themselves back with that unsportsmanlike.
gives them more room to run the clock out or take a knee. as we're saying, but let's
Yeah.
see what they do now. 33 seconds left.
So 1st and 25 as the clock is winding, just under 30 seconds now. And
They're
a
gonna hand it
handoff
off.
up the middle, cut out to the left side.
And he goes out of bounds to stop the clock. So some more confusion, but the clock is going to continue to roll.
So that run down and out to the 48-yard line of the Canes.
The chain gang must be, hey, why are we putting in all this extra cardio, man? I thought this game was over.
Chain gang was ready to be done.
But probably 2 plays left, depending on how long they take to.
Player 2 left to go in this one. Absolutely. As they stick with the pistol split formation. Another handoff up the middle
This has to be the last play.
to Greg Dotstry. And that'll do her, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to all who tuned in. I have been Lucas Metzner, joined by my co-host, Jesse Burke, tonight.
Arizona Cactus Football League Game of the Week in the books, Week 5. Arizona Canes continue their dominance, man. 5-0 in the league on the season for obvious reasons. The Thunder got a lot of work to, go back to the lab to work on as they fall short tonight, 30-0. Players meet at midfield for the ceremonial and respectful handshake. Love to see that. Sportsmanship is loud and proud here in football. For, like you were saying, for Arizona Cactus Football League Game of the Week, we are looking forward to next week at Legacy Sports Complex, where we will have 2 top-tier teams battling out for what is our Game of the Week. So one last time for Cactus Media X, Arizona Cactus Football League, Lucas Metzner, Jesse Burke. We'll see you next week.